Toxicity in Gaming by Jacob Bellush, Dominic Charmello, Jacob Hunter, and Scott Kingerski. The first topic is game chat trash talk, such as personal insults, mocking a gamer's voice, obnoxious comments, strangers that have no censor, rude and cruel comments, racial slurs, and comments about religious beliefs. Another area of online dangers are the discords. This is because strangers can message each other, scams from random platforms can be seen, potential online predators are present, there is inappropriate content, and the discords are very hard to moderate, and cyberbullying can be seen because of lack of enforcement. The question is how the gaming community is affected. Although research tends to focus on gendered toxicity, minority groups are also frequently victimized. According to a recent survey from the Anti-Defamation League, 1,000 U.S. gamers ages to 18 to 45, more than half of multiplayer gamers reported harassment related to their race and ethnicity, religion, ability, gender, or sexual orientation in the previous 6 months. This study also found that roughly a third of LGBTQ, Black and Hispanic, Latino players experienced in-game harassment related to their sexual orientation, race, or ethnicity, and 81% of multiplayer gamers overall experience form of harassment, the majority of whom also reported experience physical threats, stalking, and sexual harassment. Further, 64% of respondents felt that toxicity impacted them, with 11% reporting depressive or suicidal thoughts, and nearly a quarter saying that they had quit playing certain games as a result of these negative experiences.
Within toxicity in gaming, there's also mental health dangers. There's a pain and a psychological effect that comes with toxicity in gaming. And one of the biggest things related to the esports community and gaming in general is anxiety. There's also many potential dangers of cyberbullying due to game chat and other forms of chat that games now have today. There is harassment of gamers as well, and there will be streamers and they will be speaking poorly of as well. Those are just some and many of the major mental health dangers. There are 3 physical health dangers in toxicity of gaming: flaming, griefing, and hate raids. Flaming involves insults, swearing using offensive language, and when gaming to attack a person or a group of people. Griefing is deliberate harassment or disruption of game to another player within a multiplayer environment. This is usually antisocial behavior that becomes the main goal of the game rather than winning. These players are known as griefers. Hate raids occur when people flood the chat stream of a Twitch streamer and unleash a torrent of abusive language. It is distressing for the streamer and for others who are watching. There are also many ways to prevent toxicity in gaming. There is blocking and muting, reporting abuse, standing up for yourself, and having mutual respect towards others. So blocking and muting is when players can turn off or mute their in-game chat and decide if they want to continue with the game. You can report the abuse. Most games in today's age, these platforms have abuse reporting procedures. And by standing up against toxicity, family, educators, and friends should encourage gamers to stand up against online toxicity instead of fueling a bystander culture where in-game hate and harassment is ignored. There are some very major games that are known for toxic gaming. These are League of Legends, Call of Duty, CSGO, and Dota 2. One of the first ones you think of when it comes to toxicity in gaming is League of Legends. It's a perfect storm of ingredients for an obnoxious and nasty fan base. It's a free-to-play game, and it's both competitive and team-oriented, but it does require a serious professional level of skills. The Call of Duty franchise is pretty much the poster child for bad attitudes and toxic gaming, due in large to its parts in Xbox. CSGO was first released in 2012, which means many people have reached their skill ceiling and want to start fresh. This causes smurfing, which is a serious problem in many games today, like Rocket League as well. Unfortunately for new players, that means constantly coming up against people who are way past their skill level, and this could, it's a toxic thing to go up against. It's hard to be tolerant for these new players. And Dota 2 is an example of bad attitudes and hostile communities as well. It's another example of how being free to play, competitive, and team-based can lead to nastiness between players. Because the game has been around for so long, new players are often up against veterans who create smurfs as well. Some games have even banned game chat. Riot is one of the first major gaming companies to take that extreme step of preventing players from chatting to each other in League of Legends unless they are on the same team. Riot Games banned over 40,000 Valorant accounts due to toxic game communication. Riot Games says it has administered over 4 million text and voice chat restrictions in the form of chat mutes last month alone. In-game chat mutes are automatically triggered when a player types something in chat that was detected as abusive.